double-digit lead. They clawed back, and you held on down the stretch.
We showed some toughness and resiliency, but a lot of credit to Rio Rancho. They switched to that little 1-2-2 kind of extended zone and put pressure on us, and it slowed us down, got us on our heels. We didn't get it in the paint as much. Shots weren't as easy, and then they were getting downhill. I mean, physically getting downhill and just kind of, buoying us, and we kind of, let it happen for a little bit, and then, we got a big stop there at the end. So resiliency, like really good team win.
So what was the X factor on the court product that put you over the top?
I mean, I just think our kids believed. I think everybody really played their role right, but I really truly feel like overall we guarded really well. They're a hard team to guard. We got the big rebound when we needed it. We shot some ill-advised shots down the stretch or in that third quarter and a couple in the fourth, but our kids responded. We got in the paint and we got some easy baskets, or easier baskets, in that fourth quarter to get us that lead back.
Hey Danny, it's only been a week or two since you've had everybody in mass, and I think I was wondering if you felt like this is the team we've all been waiting to see. I'm wondering if this is the team you've been waiting to see. Just over these last couple of weeks after Gad finally got back on the court, George has been in and out of the lineup. Now the group is together. Is this the kind of potential you saw all along?
I mean, we're not where we want to be. I still think like we're not healthy, as healthy as we could be or should be or would be. But this goes way back. This win goes way back to all these guys right here that had a big, huge role in the first part of our season. Our first 20-some games without these guys, and you saw what they did in the first half tonight. And in the third quarter, we got great play off our bench, and our depth, I think, was, very obvious, especially in the first half. But, we're still trying to chase our best basketball. And, I thought for a half we did it tonight. But this game is credit to all these guys that came off the bench, 100%.
My question is for Isaiah Brown. Obviously it wasn't the best day shooting from the field, but those 4 big free throws, you buried them. What was your mentality, especially hitting them in a clutch moment?
Well, I don't know. Just my teammates trusted me when I shot those shots, and it was they weren't going in. My teammates saw me go to the free throw line. They trusted me. They had my back, and it's just because my teammates trusted me, so I'm trusting myself.
And then my sources told me that Gad is in charge of the Ox after a big victory like this. So what's the vibe like after something like this, Gad?
We were just vibing out to some Finetto by Chief Keef. Get us hype.
Gad, could you offer your perspective on how this team kept things together? You're up 15 and in control. They came all the way back. They were up 3. And then I believe George scored a bucket, and then you had that crazy shot high up the glass. Talking about how this team kept its poise and just kind of kept its head in that moment when Rio Rancho took all the momentum back.
Our thing was just defense and rebounding. I just kept telling our guys, if we guard, if we keep defending, keep doing our job on defense, and we keep boxing out, we're gonna come out on top on the end. And I believe that our guys trusted that. I trusted that. Our whole team, as a team, we guarded pretty good. Good.
You're right.
Yeah, and just as a team, we guarded well, rebounded well, and I feel like that's what we got.
Danny, did you chime in on this as well?
I thought, especially the first half, what got us guarding well is we came out and hit shots early, and we shot it well. And at halftime, we kind of talked about Rio Rancho's too good to not shoot well, and they hit some shots in the second half. But again, their defense, that extended zone slowed us down. I think we had the pace going the way we wanted it, especially in the first half. And then they made some adjustments, but when it came down to it, there's a big stop where they're just, where they stepped out of bounds. But we defended that possession for maybe 20 seconds or more, Took some time off the clock, and then I think Bynum stepped out of bounds or something like that. But I think that epitomizes what we're trying to be, is just a really good defensive team. Even though we're pressing all the time, you know, I think we're heading in that direction though.
And then, Coach, now you guys get a face against Cleveland. What's the preparation going to look like with especially such a short turnaround?
Well, I mean, we got to go watch film. We got to come up with a different game plan. We played them in the Metro tournament, and you know, Remy only scored 4 points. Maybe that was a credit to our D. Maybe it was him having a bad night. But if you would have told me like we were gonna hold Remy to 4 points, I would have taken that, and I would have said, okay, like shoot, we're gonna win by about 10, 15. But they have so many other guys that can shoot the ball, and you know, we're gonna have our hands full, and so they're gonna be ready for us. You know, and we're gonna be ready for them. But we're there, and we've given ourselves a chance to get to that final night. And I'm super proud of these guys. So we'll do our prep, and I know our guys are going to be ready tomorrow.
You brought up a good point about film. Doesn't work the same way in reverse. Cleveland doesn't have much film on you in this current form.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that is kind of the deal, right? I mean, but I think people have seen us enough and know who we are when we had these guys in the fall or spring or whatever it is. But yes, it does work that way too. You know, we played Rio Rancho twice without 4 of our guys, and you know, it was a little different story, right? But like, this was a total team deal here, a team effort, and so it's gonna have to be that way tomorrow. Like, we're gonna have guys step up. We're gonna have to go recover tonight and take care of ourselves. We got a long day ahead of us tomorrow. But yeah, like I think, you know, I think people are a little nervous about playing us now that we're, I wouldn't say full strength, but just healthier.